Hello and welcome to Ethan's Guitar Room. This is part 2 of my Fender Stratocaster mods project, and in this video I will be wiring up all the new electronics. If you missed part 1, I built the pickups that I will be using in this project, so you can go back and watch that video after you finish this one. Let's get into the wiring right after you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Here we are, ready to get started with the wiring, and here are all the parts that you will need. We have 3 pickups, 3 potentiometers, 2 for tone, 1 for volume, a 5-way switch, a capacitor, the pickguard, and the pickup covers. So I'm going to start by just getting everything mounted to the pickguard. That will hold everything in place and just make the wiring a lot easier. Now everything's mounted, but I'm going to do a little bit more prep work on these 2 potentiometers just because of how close they are. I'm going to bend each of the legs just a little bit toward the potentiometer. That way there's a little more working room in between them. And then on the volume pot, this furthest right leg is going to bend against the body and ground to the body. So I'm going to do that, but before I ground anything to the body of any of these, it helps the solder to stick if you scratch them first. So I have a screwdriver sitting here, so that's what I'm going to use, and just scratch up the back a little bit. That's all you need to make your solder stick. So now I'll take this one and bend it all the way back so that it's touching. And then I'll solder up that connection. You want to let whatever you're soldering, you want to let it heat up a little bit. So if you're new to this, just go slow, give it time to heat up. And then you're more likely to get a good connection. And you will want to be careful working on this pickguard. Pickguard's plastic, your solder is very hot. So the next thing I'm going to do is start working on wiring up the switch. And not sure if you can tell on the camera or not, but all of these legs are labeled 1 through 8. 4 and 5 are connected. So you have 3 on the left side, 3 on the right side. The bridge wiring will go in number 1. The middle will go in number 2, and the neck will go in 3. And these are going to be the white wires from all of them because if you remember from my pickup building video, I made sure that my pickups were wound so that the middle one would be reverse wound and reverse polarity so that there'd be noise canceling when it's selected with one of the other pickups. So all of the black wires will go to ground, which is going to be on the case of any of these potentiometers. Only working with the white wires going to the switch. So I'll trim these down to a little bit more reasonable working length and then start wiring them up. If you're new to soldering, instead of trying to hold wire, hold the soldering iron, and hold the solder, you can just drop your solder onto each of these posts first. So now that has a nice little pocket of solder on it. You just want to be careful to not overdo it so that you don't have solder running against things that you're not trying to connect. But now with solder already on each of those posts, this is just pushback wire, so it's cloth covered. Expose the end of the wire a little bit, and then just like we did with the pickup, you just heat it up a little bit and slide the wire through. So I'll go through and do that with the other 2. The middle pickup will go to pole number 2. So with those 3 connected, you just check closely to make sure that they're not touching in any way. Number 2 and 3 are a little bit close to each other compared to number 1, so you can spread that out by just using some kind of tool to reach in there. So now there's a little more space between, and you can tell that there's no solder bridging the gap between any of those. So I'm not super worried about how it looks, just trying to keep it somewhat organized. In case you didn't notice at the beginning of the video, I'm wearing a new hat. I now have a website up and running. It is ethansguitarroom.com. So if you want to support the channel, you can go over there and buy some merch. I have some stuff with my logo on it. And I know some people don't like wearing other people's logos. So there are also guitar related items that don't reference my channel at all. Either way, if you make any purchases on that site, that will directly benefit this channel. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. I have a goal of reaching 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I will need your help to get there. So next is going to be wiring up for the tone controls, and I'll be using the first tone pot for the neck and the second tone pot for both the bridge and middle. And I'll just be using some of the wire that I've already trimmed from the ends to attach this farthest right post on the first tone pot to the center on the second tone pot. And you can do these exactly like the switch, where you put a drop of solder on the post first and then put the wire through, but I'm just going to slip that little piece between the two, wrap the ends to kind of hold itself in place, and those can be trimmed off once it's soldered. Then I'll just trim the ends off. That way they don't accidentally come in contact with something I don't want them to. By the way, I highly recommend that you don't do this with a camera and microphone in your face. And up next will be the capacitor. If you've ever heard tone cap, this is the tone cap, the tone capacitor. You can vary this value. This is a 0.022, and this will go from this farthest right leg on the first tone pot to the back of it, where we will be grounding everything to. So I'm going to trim the leg a bit, and then this will just slip right through here with that other wire. You just want to be careful not to knock that other wire out in the process. You could also just use the leg of the capacitor to go from this post to this post. That would have probably been a better method, but this is what I've done. Not exactly sure how well this is going to fit into the cavity of the guitar, but if it's too big, I'll just swap it out for a smaller capacitor of the same value. And remember, if you're soldering to the back of the case, you'll want to scratch it up a little bit first. The spot where I scratched earlier just doesn't line up with where this is going to end up being. And then we'll be going from the switch to the pots. And since we're using the second tone pot for both the bridge and middle position, we're gonna start by just attaching those two posts together. So these first three correspond with these three over here. So because the first one's the bridge, then number 6 is gonna be bridge. So we'll attach bridge and middle and then run that over to here. And then we'll take from the neck and run to the middle post of this one. So I'm going to start with just dropping a little bit of solder. And again, just make sure that you don't have any contact between those where you don't want it. There are a couple ways you could attach these two together. You could bend them and just solder them together, or you can take the wire that you're going to use and just run it across both of them at this end. So that's what I'm going to do. So I got a pretty good amount exposed. I'm going to start with the end, just based on experience. That works pretty well. So I'm going to try to get it soldered in place at about the right angle that I'm looking for. So now it's attached to that number 6. And I'll just tack it down to number 7. Actually want to get that a little bit further away from the number 8. So now those two are connected to each other, and they will go on the farthest left leg here of this tone pot. Alright, so that one's good to go. I could have left that wire a little bit longer. Oh well. Now we'll go from number 8 to the middle of this first tone pot. And for this one, I'm gonna drop a little solder in here first, just to make it easier. I don't know why my hands are shaking so bad. So the tone pots are wired up. We still have the volume to deal with. So these two pins in the middle of the switch, number 4 and 5, they're already connected, and those will go to the left leg of the volume pot. And we are almost done. The last thing that we need to do is get all of our ground soldered up. So we will ground all of the black wires here to the back of a pot. We will connect all of those pots with a ground wire, and we'll also ground to just the metal like case on the back of the switch. And I saved that for last because I didn't want those wires in the way while trying to get into each of these pots. Just with one of these other wires, I'll strip the cloth off of all of it and just run it across the top of all 3 potentiometers. And one more part to ground. Gonna stand this up on its edge a little bit so that I can get to the case of the switch, and that you also want to scratch a bit. And that can go to any of these other grounded points. I'm just gonna do it to this middle potentiometer because it's close. Now there's only one thing left, and that is the output jack. I'm not going to actually drop this in the guitar and wire it to that jack right now because I haven't recorded anything for the before and after comparison yet. So I'll play it with the old setup and then swap this out. But here is an output jack, and you have 2 attachment points here. This one here on the left, and if you look closely, you can see that it touches the ring, would be your ground. And this other one would be your signal, which is connected to the tip, which means I need a signal wire and a ground wire available to solder to the jack. So the remaining post on the volume pot is the signal out. So I'll wire up a wire to that. I'll use black for the ground going to the jack, and you can attach that to any of these ground points. I'm gonna just do it to the volume. Scientific process of scratching. That is all of the wiring besides the jack, but now I can test it to make sure that everything works as it should by using these alligator clips that I have. And this is at least enough of a connection for me to make sure that I'm getting sound from all of these, that the volume actually makes a difference. I'll turn on an amp and run through a quick little test, which is just going to be tapping on the magnets with a screwdriver or something. All right, so here's that test. Got the bridge position selected. The volume is up. So that's good. Now it should be bridge in middle. Good. Just middle. Middle and neck. Then just neck. And then Volume and tone knobs work. All the pickups work as expected. So this is ready to go in a guitar. I hope you found this video helpful. If you learned something from this, please consider subscribing. And that way you won't miss an upcoming sound comparison of before and after all of these modifications to my Strat. Don't forget to go check out my website, which I will have linked below, to see what kind of merch I have. I'm also on Patreon. I'll also link that. This channel is still pretty small and growing, so every little bit helps. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.